everyone and welcome to my channel. This is Vima and I'm here with another guidance session. This is going to be a coffee cup reading for the month of June for the sign of Cancer. If you have Sun, Moon or Rising in Cancer, or if you're a cusp vulture and your loved one is a Cancer sign, this might be the video that you want to watch. I want to thank you all for supporting my channel. Those of you who have been with me for a while, or if you just joined, thank you so much. If you're new, welcome. I'm so happy that you are watching this video. Thank you so much. If you like the kind of work that I do, please give me a thumbs up. With that, let's start the reading. Let's see what kind of messages we are going to receive for June 2023 for the sign of Cancer. I want to thank everyone who reached out for private reading. I really want to thank for the patience. If you are interested in having private readings with me, you can find my contact in the About tab. Cancer, I see that you need to make a decision. Some of you might want to leave something behind temporarily, and maybe there's a way that you have to go. Maybe there's a trip that you need to go to take a trip. Maybe for those of you who are working, it's a business trip. I can feel like someone might need to go back to work or to school, and they have a child that they need to like basically live at home or at daycare. Some of you might need to put your child in the daycare, and you're like, you might have difficulties, or you should be nervous. You might be nervous, or your child is not really happy to be separated from you. I don't see a permanent separation. It's just like something very temporary, but again, it's a little bit hard. There's some decision I need to make. Some of you might be even thinking about, do I want to go back to work, do I want to do this, or do I want to stay with my child? It could be like that, or maybe it's a business trip that you need to leave even your pet behind, or maybe there's something that you had a commitment to and you have to fulfill that, and some loved ones or some loved situations have to be the least priority, or you have to put them on hold for, like maybe when it's one of your hobbies will be put on hold because you need to do something. I see letter A. If someone is signing signing something, there's a signature for someone who has letter A in their name. Someone might have been planning to go to Paris, but their plan is changed last minute. It might be postponed. It's not cancelled. Well, I definitely see that someone might need to change their ticket. I see Paris for some of you. Maybe it's another city, another destination, but I see that or maybe a friend or someone who needed or who was supposed to come and be with you during this trip, they will cancel probably, and then you might go by yourself. I see that you're taking selfies here, but again, the excitement or the pleasure of the trip is a little bit like down because you are downgraded because that person didn't come, or they didn't show up, or maybe something didn't go that well. You still will travel, you still will have, the trip you enjoy, but not at the level that you wanted. I see two hands coming together, high five maybe. There's a union, there's something that, again, I said signature. That's a signature, or unity is being official, or it's being documented, or it's being recorded. A unity. It can also be that two people are getting or being committed, and this unity, this commitment is very protected. Again, someone might propose and another person is taking a picture from them. Your person might hire someone or ask someone to secretly film you or take a picture from when they propose. So this, I definitely see that. There's some negligence. If some of you that you have, I don't know, maybe more than one or two children, one of your children might think that you are neglecting them and you are paying more attention to the others, or it can be your projects, maybe your boss, or maybe if you're an employer, if you are an employee, your employees might think that you have a favorite person and some of them are left out of your circle. Someone might feel that they are left out of the family loop. Someone is feeling that they're out of the loop, they're not in the loop. People don't tell them their plans, or maybe you find out that some of your relatives or your friends, your good friends, they went on a trip, and you see pictures on Instagram and you were like, oh, they didn't tell me. Not only they didn't ask me to go with them, but also they didn't even tell me. This could happen for some people. Again, this is not something that will happen for everyone. These are just guidances, forecast of the energies, and it's not going to resonate with everyone. someone is deciding to lose weight. There's maybe a program, or maybe lose weight, or maybe for some kind of addiction, or maybe to have a better lifestyle. You are enrolling in a program that I see that the guidance or the what you need to do comes in emails. So it's not something that you're physically there. Someone sends you the guidance or the weekly updates or the weekly things that you have to do. You'll be in that way, you'll get updates. And I see progress for you. I see that you can finish that program. You will get to your desired outcome. If it's for your, I don't know, diet, bodybuilding or something, you can definitely do that. There is a discussion about a child. Maybe there is a custody issue. I see a child is in between two people, and there are discussions about something. I don't know. It can be even maybe the expenses. Maybe someone is thinking of going on vacation or going back to work, and they're not sure where to leave the child. Maybe their parents. I mean, there are discussions that you will hear about that. It comes to your attention. I see someone is growing a mustache, and it's like a very big, like it's a very specific one. I don't know how to say. Maybe a not usual one. You might meet someone who has facial hair, which is like. I don't know how to say, like it's unusual. Maybe that's the way to describe it. It's a little bit unusual for a male ages to have that kind of facial hair, but that person might come into your attention, or somehow you might be interested in them. Again, if you're male, you might think about growing facial hair, something like that. That's what I'm seeing here. There is a gap that someone needs to feel. You might, if you walk, maybe your boss or someone might ask you to fill someone else's position, or they might ask you to cover some gaps. Maybe they give you feedback that you need to do in these aspects of your job, you need to do better, some improvement is required. Or maybe you are the person who are asking some other people if you will provide feedback, and you tell them that there needs to be some improvement on their side. There is a gap that needs to be filled. Definitely, I'm seeing that for sure. I see a very kind mother, daughter, or mother children. Someone has more than one child, and they are really. I mean, for a lot of you, if you're thinking to stay at home, being a stay-at-home mom, or go to work, maybe some of you decide to stay home. Again, everyone's decision, everyone's life is different, and I see that you will have a very good time. Or maybe some of you will extend your maternity leave or your leave, and that would give you enough time to stay with your children and have that bonding, that connection, which is actually very pleasant for you. There might be a water shortage somewhere. I see someone might go to take a shower, and they see that there's no water, or there's something missing. I see that the water is not, the flow of water is somehow disrupted for some of you. Again, it can be literally what I just said, or the energy is a little bit stuck. You might need to think about why, specifically if you recently had a fight with someone, specifically with your parents or with your children. The karma comes really quickly back to you, Cancer. Sometimes before you know what you say to people, and you don't want to hurt them, but if they're hurt, you'll see the karma for some of you. So be careful about what you're saying, because it might be something is disturbed, some person maybe is disturbed, and that has an effect in the flow of energy in your life, because you're a water sign, and I see that the flow of water is a little bit disrupted. You might feel tired. Some of you have gone through a lot. Maybe you had an exam, you had to work extra shifts, but I see that was temporary. Maybe you were pregnant, or you were taking care of a sick person, you were giving care, and that's now over. You're getting back on your feet, you're getting back to your normal schedule, normal life, but you're still tired. Take some time to rest. Definitely you need to relax. Some of you really need help, either with your day-to-day work or life, your responsibilities, or with your job responsibilities, like in a specific project that you have been assigned to. You need some help. I see that you might hear some news about Turkey in month of June, or maybe someone is traveling to Turkey. It comes very, very clear into my vision. I see travel for you. Again, plans might be disrupted. If you have immigration in your agenda, if you're working on that, that might be also paused or delayed. Something is going against your plans, and you're trying your best to fix it or resolve it, but I don't see that that's going to change the situation. Something that's stuck, it's stuck. Again, I see some stuckness in your energy. That's why I mentioned be careful about your energies with your karmic energies. These days, Cancer, you are karma is very fast with you. Let's put it that way. Be careful. Don't hurt people. I know sometimes we don't mean it and it happens, but you can be extra careful because the karmic situation or karmic energy comes back very quickly to you and to your life. Someone might ask for your help if you can help them. Maybe someone asked to come stay with you, specifically if you are living somewhere and maybe you have relatives, or I don't know, I feel like if someone has a dorm or you're at college, but for some reason maybe they something didn't work for them and temporarily they need accommodation, and you might be able to help them. I see it's hard for you, it's really difficult, but again, this person might ask you for help. Again, I said it kind of demand is that can I come stay with you for like a couple of maybe days or weeks. I see that. There's some well, someone might have you might receive a pregnancy news or you might be pregnant. Some of you are thinking about it. You need to make a decision. I see you're waiting on a crossroad and you don't quite know what to do. Someone is influencing you or trying to give you guidance for one direction and you're not sure, you're still unsure of what you want to do. You keep asking people or you keep receiving advice from other people, but you really don't know what you want to do, so you just stand still and you're just waiting. Make your decision, evaluate the pros and cons. I see that you're getting feedback or you're asking for guidance, but you need to make the decision. No one is going to make that decision for you, Cancer. Don't delay that. I mean, it's your choice in the end, and no one really is going to come and make that decision for you. Some of you have been thinking that you can ask other people to make the decision, and when things don't go well, you can blame them and say that, oh, they told me, but that's over. I mean, the universe is telling you this, stop that. This is not going to work anymore. And if you pause, the opportunities pause, and at some point they'll just be removed from your life. So that's really what I am seeing here. I see arguments for some, maybe someone, there's an argument, but I see that someone comes and calms everyone down. Like, I feel like maybe in a concert, in a bar, people start to kind of start raising your voice or something, and someone comes really quickly and say like, hey, stop. So that person will put a band-aid very quickly on the situation, on the scenario. Otherwise it can be difficult to control that situation. But as I said, it can be, I just gave an example, it can be any kind of situation at your workplace, between your loved one, maybe at your home, but it's going to be taken care of quickly. Someone comes in and in like mediates. Wow, this is beautiful. I see female energy. Wow. Okay, Cancer, if you have moon in Cancer, you might be on the stage, you might be very famous, there might be an opportunity that you will be recognized, maybe in your community, at your home, maybe in your chain of your friends. They want to know your opinion, they will ask about your advice. Maybe you are the person that you're giving advice to other people who are reluctant to do, and you need to make a decision. But again, don't make decisions for other people, because there are some people who are stuck, maybe because this reading can be vice versa. For someone the energies are different, and they want you to make a decision and then tell you that, oh yeah, it's your fault. But I see a female energy that's handling many things. I mean, they are doing so many things together, they are multitasking. I see that you're growing, Cancer. Some of you, you're not that person who you were a year ago. You have changed. Either you got somehow independent financially, maybe you got married, maybe you are now a parent and you are a different person. I mean, those days that you were sleeping till noon is over. Now you have more responsibility. Maybe you finished school, you're no more at the mercy of your parents, and that's how you're responsible. You're more responsible. I really like that. again, especially if you are a female energy, I see a huge growth for you. There's a good news coming your way. I also see a very strong woman, presence of a very strong woman in for some of you in your life. This person will give you, either they have a voice or they will give you a voice. For some of you Cancer, I definitely see big changes in your life or yourself. You will become a very, like, maybe you apply for a job after a while and you never applied for such a high ranking position and you get it, and then you are like, yeah, let me try, and you will do it and you will grow in a very very short time. Like the levels that usually people can grow in maybe 4 or 5 years, you can do in 1 year or less. I see beautiful advancements for you Cancer. This is really great, specifically if you're a female energy. There are many paths open. Everything is gonna open up for you all together. Maybe by your birthday, very pleasant news are gonna be received. You will receive very good news. You'll be a different person. Again, I don't want to emphasize that. There's the good news coming. Be patient. But of course, there are people who might want to backstab you. I definitely see them. So don't share everything with people. Don't share everything on social media. Try to protect yourself, your family. Don't share your children's pictures on social media. Again, it's a personal decision. I'm just saying the energies. Because I see that some people might want you. I have to tell you, you might get so famous at some point that people might want to have access to your personal life. So that's what I see, and please, if you like, consider that. I'm not saying that all of you Cancers, you're going to be all famous in one day. No, but it depends, and it's different meaning of being famous for each person. So try to protect your life. That's what I'm saying. Your personal life. There might be a situation that you don't want people to know much about you. Maybe you get married to someone very famous, a person who is a high ranking, I don't know, politician or someone who's been known, and you don't want your personal information to be out there. I think you know exactly what I mean. What else? Someone is writing a book. Again, I see a little bit of mixed relation. I mean, people who are around you, uh, not everyone, but some of them, they have different feelings about you. There are some people are not very supportive. I see a couple that they're arguing about the laundry. Maybe their washer or dryer is not working, and they argue about laundry, or maybe why, I don't know, keeping the laundry or ironing, or I don't know, something like that. I see a couple really arguing about those things, and this can be can come into, I don't know, in a form of a serious discussion at some point. But as I said, I see discussions, but it will be um, mediated. It's gonna be okay. I don't see any major shift in the energies or anything horrible. There's a favor that someone might be willing to do for you, or you are doing for someone. Definitely, someone is below average. I see below average. I don't know why, what it exactly means for each one of you. Maybe you receive a gift and you're like, oh, like it was below my expectation. It was below average, or someone is performing below average. Again, I saw the assessment that someone is doing, and they might give someone a below average. Maybe your child and it's at school, they're getting a below average, something like that, and you might be like, yeah, I know, I don't really, this is not what I expected, something like that, something in those lines. um so a female energy is missing you, and they really want to be with you. It could be a family member, it could be a best friend. They really miss you. There are advancements. There's, for some of you, it's advancements in your life, and it's very busy energies. Like maybe some of you are working, or you're applying for jobs, or you're going to daycare, and you go shopping, you come home, you take care of kids. A lot of the, like, agenda is full, and as I said, your life is changed, or it will be changed. You won't be the same person as before. Someone is buying a piece of jewelry. Again, I see envious people around you, so be careful about that. I see it again. There is a good news coming that it helps you even fly. Like you are so happy that you want to just jump outside and dance. I see spiritual people. Someone might go to the church and even maybe get some guidance, get some something off their chest, or maybe just spiritually practice something that is going to be very helpful for them. Well, can say that was the reading for month of June 2023 for you. I hope that you enjoyed the reading. Thank you so much, and until the next time, stay blessed.